catch Rockenfeller. He can see him up ahead. I think there's a GT car immediately in front of him, and I believe Rocky is the next car on the road.
And they're on the same pit stop routine right now. So this is just going to play out right to the checkered flag. Well, that's kind of redundant, isn't it? But there's not going to be much mix-up as far as, you know, pit stops coming up.
The Drayson car. These guys are saying, never give up. We will not lie down. This car has been in and out of the garage more times than you can believe. But the British/American team are not giving up.
And Wally Pirro behind the wheel right there, and making a little mistake there coming through the Ford chicanes.
Back on board with Wirtz.
That is Lauderer, followed by Lapierre.
And it was a shame to see Andre nose the car in it at Arnage, wasn't it? Because for this 8 car, and a big question mark above the trio of drivers in this car, how did they land this factory drive? Why did Audi Sport select these 3 guys over people like Lucas Luhr, etc.? However, the race was faultless for that number 8 car until that point.
They've done a superb job, and there you see it. There is Rockenfeller, middle of our screen. GT car between he and Wirtz as they negotiate this final set of corners on that front straightaway. And within half a lap here, or maybe even less, Wirtz is going to be all over the gearbox of Mike Rockenfeller, trying to get back on the lead lap with 2 hours and 20 minutes to go.
We couldn't ask for it to be set up better. It's the last time here at Circuit de la Sarthe that we'll see these cars go at it. The R15 Plus, new for 2010. And of course, the Peugeot 908 HDI FAP in its 4th year of competition and its farewell year of competition. The new car will be out later this year. Peugeot Sport were remaining very tight-lipped about it earlier this week at the track, and that man there would not give up any details. They needed to get this weekend out of the way first, then they may start talking about the new car. Likewise for Audi. The 4 is shadowing the 8. The 4 being Lapierre, the 8 being Lauderer.
I think at this stage, looking at the rough math, about 5 seconds a lap is what he's going to need once he gets in front of Rockenfeller. He will need a 5-second advantage on average to be right on his gearbox before the checkered flag falls again this afternoon.
Peugeots have shown so much speed. And can they get it done? This is a long way to go. Peugeot gets by the number 8 of Lauderer.
Yeah, that was an easy move for Nicolas Lapierre. And you'll hear lots more about these 2 young guys. A young German, a young Frenchman. And we'll see them in endurance sports car racing for many years to come for the big teams. So they've both done a really nice job. For Audi at the front, can this amazing run continue? Remember, they have won 8 of the last 10 years. They're trying to make it 9 from 11. It's an extraordinary record.
Too bad the World Feed didn't stay on the pass.
We are at the mercy of the World Feed. Here we go, just to underscore that point of Audi's run at Le Mans. And remember, in 2003, when Bentley won, it was essentially an Audi skinned as a Bentley anyway.
And here we go. We missed it. Alex Wirtz has got around Mike Rockenfeller. So he did it on the run to Indianapolis. Came out of Mulsanne very close, and with that high top speed that he's been displaying here in the last couple of hours, probably easily made that pass. So right now I think the math is 5 seconds a lap. 5 seconds a lap is what Wirtz need over Rockenfeller. They're both on the same pit sequence. We expect 2 more full fuel stops with probably a splash, maybe half a fuel load needed to get to the checkered flag. So 3 more stops total for both cars without any drama.
2 hours 17 seconds to run. Chris, what do you have?
Well, guys, you know, over the past couple years, we've talked about the tire compounds at Daytona, and it's really a different animal here at Le Mans because at Daytona, we've only got one tire manufacturer. Here, we've got multiple tire manufacturers. Also here, teams can choose a lot of different compounds, both slicks and wets. So I decided to come over to the Michelin tire compound. This year, a little bit different. In previous years, it was closed to the public. This year, they've opened it up. They want all the fans to see what's going on over here. They have kind of a fan area out front, and then people can come back to the actual compound and see these guys working, changing out old rubber and putting new tires on. So let's go into the tent here. What they've got is two big tents, 2,000 square meters of tenting for all of their personnel to work. Michelin has about 100 people here working logistics, tire fitment, and then engineers. They've got 34 cars in the field, so for those 34 cars, they need to bring 6,500 sets of tires. On the slick side, teams are going to choose from soft, medium, and hard, and then on the reins, they've got to deal with full reins, just kind of a normal rein, and then an intermediate tire. So up front, these are tires that teams have already brought back. They've already pulled the wheels off of these tires, and you see some of the Michelin personnel working on that here, pulling those tires off. It's a little bit slow up here now because obviously we've had some attrition in this race. So, you know, just a few teams bringing some stuff back, looking for some new tires. And we've got everything working up here the way that they set it up. They've got GT1, GT2, and then over on this side we've got another area for GT1, but then mainly all the LMP cars, LMP1 and LMP2. All the new tires, we have to go to the back tent back here. So we've got about another 1,000 square foot tent, or square meter tent, I'm sorry. And this is where we hear or see all of those tires, those 6,500 tires. Still a lot of new, fresh tires back here. A lot of rain tires because we haven't had any rain running in this race. So a lot of rains left over. Just, you know, really what Michelin is trying to get out of this. Over the years, their focus has been trying to get teams to run more stints, make these tires more durable, allow teams to go 2, 3. We've seen Audi in this race go 4 stints. We see that in the LMP cars, but in the GT cars, typically 2 stints. They're still trying to push those teams further. We might see 3 stints in the coming years. A GT car is going to slide around a little bit more, so it's going to use up more tire out there. What happens to all these tires when they come back? Well, Michelin just doesn't throw them away. They want to recycle them. So they grab all these tires, they analyze them after the race, and then they go to be recycled. What are they going to do with them? Well, they can turn it into the soles of your shoes, some of the rubber flooring out here, and also some of it can be turned into fuel that they use at cement factories to make cement. So Michelin not only trying to get the best out of their tires on the racetrack, but also when they're done racing with them too.
Great stuff, Chris. Interesting. And of course, Michelin's headquarters southeast of Le Mans, down at Clermont-Ferrand.
And Chris, if you see any little fit of VW Touareg over there, just slip them in your bag, mate.
So, unfortunately, the French director forgot that there was a race going on at the front. We missed that pass, but we can confirm that Wirtz is now on the lead lap, the same lap as Mike Rockenfeller. This is what it's all about. The title fight, Audi versus Peugeot, it is on.
July 11th, we're there as the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series invades Iowa, where the roughest and toughest truckers in the world go fender to fender in the Hawkeye State. It's door-to-door, lightning fast, full contact excitement.
We welcome you back to Le Mans. And this is on board with Alex Wirtz. It is all over. Just when he'd got onto the lead lap. The #1 Peugeot is done.
Wow. Astonishing. We were just thinking there was an outside chance that this car could catch the #9 Audi in the final couple hours of this race.